Hi friends, this is our lesson on intro of the CSS. In this lesson, I will tell you about the introduction, brief introduction on CSS that you need to know before starting and doing and programming CSS. So, in this lesson, I will tell you the basics of CSS, the introduction of it. I will give you the brief introduction. So, you need to hear it clearly to remember in your mind what is CSS and how we will use it in our web pages. Okay, so let's start our lesson on Introduction to CSS by Codewith Akshut. What is CSS? Now the question comes, what is CSS? You must be also wondering it, that what is CSS, why we need to do the programming for it with HTML. So let me tell you. First, the thing you should know is CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Like HTML was standing for its Hypertext Markup Language, like that, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS gives a raw HTML styling. So it will give style to a raw HTML. Like if we have a web page here is the web page. I have a paragraph here, heading here, and many more things. So if I want to add style to them, this will be happening with CSS. We will use CSS to give style to raw HTML. Okay. Now I will also tell you how to make web pages with CSS in the next upcoming lessons. I will also give you some projects, but now let's focus on this first. So CSS is used to give style and a modern look to our web pages. So without the CSS, our web pages will not look good. Let me check web pages without CSS. Let me check it. Where is this? Images, let me check. So it will be like this. It is not looking very good. Like here you can see it is so modern looking, so good, so stylish. But if it will not be with CSS, then this will happen. If we will put that undress to impress, check your websites without CSS, then it will coming here like this. Only simple text. Simple text will be displayed here. None CSS will be used. Also, let me show you one example by downloading it from my website, and I will show you how will it look clearly. It is loading, it is taking the time little bit. Where is it? I will check lesson 10. Let me show it to you. It was on HTML iframes. No, not HTML iframes. I want on let's go on the second lesson. I think it would be there. No. Let us go to the third lesson. Then I started the paragraph, I think, from the third lesson. Here is it. So I will download the source code. Now I will go in. It is not looking good, I know. Let me check more. I will having 4th, 8th. No, 8th, 7th. I think 7th will be fine. Let me check it also. Formatting tags. So here, this is not looking good, as you know. It is just like simple text is looking. It is nothing without CSS. The CSS is the main thing we should use. As you can see, it is looking so bad. We don't have some style also to it. You know how will it look? It will look like this if you will not be having this CSS on your website. or web page. So this CSS will help us making our website stylish and modern looking, as you saw my for the seventh lesson's source code. Now let me go on. CSS is used to make web pages responsive and device friendly. Let me show you one example. Here is my website. So let me change the orientation to, let me here. It is the iPad size. It will look like something this on this iPad. If I will remove this, it will look this like on desktop. So it will be responsive on all device sizes. Let me again show you here. Let me remove iPad responsive. Here, I will resize it here. I will do it from here also. As you can see, the whole is responsive. As you can see here, whole is getting fixed, whole is getting responsive as per the device size. This will happen if you will use CSS. If you will use a laptop or computer, it will give a navigation bar here and the text here. If you will use a phone, then it will give you something, a hamburger here, hamburger. I'm not able to make it, let me try. Yes, hamburger, and some text or logo something here. On iPad or something it will look like the text is here and a small navigation bar will be here. This will happen when you will use your CSS. It will help you making your website responsive, giving style and modern look to it. Let me tell you the main role. HTML is only used to structure a website. It means that if I will have a HTML document, it will be only used to make the skeleton of that. So here I have a man, here is a skeleton of it. So HTML will only make the skeleton. If you want to add style, where make him wear clothes or something, then you will use CSS. You will use CSS to style your website. The main role of HTML is to make your website, not to design it. But the main role of the CSS is to design and take the responsibility to design your web page. Let us come on the roles of CSS. So let me tell you, cascading, sorry, let me remove it here. Yes. So cascading style sheets, also known as CSS, is a style sheet language to handle the presentation of a web page containing HTML. It will handle our web page containing HTML. So if we will have a web page, it will handle it, it will design it and so on. It makes our website beautiful and modern looking. So it will make our website stylish, like colorful and all. Okay, let me show you some color here. Highlighter. So as you can see, it is not highlighting. I think it will. Let me change the color. It is not highlighting only. So it will change. It will make our website colorful, like it is going here. Colorful, 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 colorful. It will make our website beautiful and colorful here. This will happen if you will use CSS. Let's come on the syntax of this CSS. You must know the syntax of the CSS to start programming. Here comes the selector first. The selector is where to apply styles, where to put changes, where to put their styling, and where and which thing it should make modern looking. So this will define where and what thing we should make to make our website, to make that thing modern looking. It will do that. Now we will first put the selector, like P. If we want to put a paragraph and make it stylish, we will put P. If we want to change the text color of heading, then we will put H1 or H2 and so on. If we want to change the size, change the width and the height of an image, we will put img, and in that we will put the code which we want to change. Now here comes the definition. This definition is like, let me tell you it. So defin, I will only write defin, as I think you would understand. So here will come from here and to there, from here to here a definition of the thing will come. So this definition will define what thing of the selector we should change. Okay, now in it also we have two things, a a property and a value. In property it comes like which property we have to change. For text color we write text color. If we want to change the text color, we will write here. So color. So in it it will come what to change. Here came where, and here will come what we will change. This is used to tell the thing that will change or the value that will be changing with the in the property. If the color would be red, if we write here in the value blue, so it will be here what to change. So it will be the thing to change. Sorry, I will remove this also. I will then what to change. No, the property. It will be the property, that property or value. You can say it will be the value of the thing that will be changed. So if we want the background color to be changed, we will write this color, or if we will write background color, background dash color, then we will put this colon, then we will put the property or the value that will be changing the value. I will write here the value, and here will come a semicolon. Okay, and this all will take place in the curly brackets. Okay, let's go next. Here is another CSS syntax. So here is the group of selectors we will use. So you must be wondering what is this dot intro. It is a class that I will be telling you after another couple of bunch of time. So here we have two things, header and p dot intro. So header is a semantic element. I will tell you about the semantic elements in my upcoming videos. So it will change the style of header and this paragraph which contains this class. So we will also define classes IDs. So these things will be used to define. So here we can use these group of selectors also. If we want that to change the value of h1 and h2, then we will put a comma between them. So as you can see here, this comma. So this comma is the main thing that will make it a group of selectors. So as you can see here, it is also written a group of selectors. So here we will defining selectors, or we can also define group of selectors. Here comes the curly braces or brackets, and this whole is called the declaration block. As I told you, definition block, you can call it that also. So these are the two properties that will be changed of these h1 and h2, or header and p dot intro. So it will change the background color to red, and it will change the border radius. So border radius is also a property that I will tell you about some time in my next videos, and it will change the border radius to 3 pixels. We will all define in it. If we want to define a class, we use dot class, and if we want to define a id, we use /id. So we will use these both in our upcoming videos. Okay, id name I should write here. So we will use these both in our upcoming videos and also in our projects which will be responsive. Okay, let's go next. Now there are also ways to add CSS to our markup. You must be wondering what is the markup. If you don't know, then let me tell you that markup is HTML code. The HTML code that we have written will be the our markup. HTML code. Okay, so there are the three ways to add CSS to our HTML code. The first is inline CSS. CSS is added directly using the style attribute. In this, let me tell you what will happen. If we want to change property of the p tag, we will put a p, then we will put a style attribute, and in that we will define all the changes or all the things we want to make to the p paragraph. Okay, so semicolon we will put here if we want to use this, and here the properties will become, and then we will close it. Okay, so this will happen using the style attributes. The next one is internal CSS. So internal CSS is kept inside the head tags and style tags. So what will happen is that we will have a head tag here. I will make a head tag here that is above body tag head. We will put a style tag here. Instead of a style attribute, we will put a style tag here. Style. We will also close it like we close tags. Style, and here all of our code and the selectors will come. Okay, so there is one more way left. Okay, the last way is external CSS. So in external CSS happens is that CSS is kept separately inside a .css style sheet. So like we make .html files, it means our HTML document .html. So we similarly make a .css file .css file. So these will be two different files that will be linked with each other while using an attribute. I will tell you in my next video. So we will use one attribute to link these both, and in this we don't need to put this style tag or this style attribute. We just need to put this syntax, this whole thing. If we will put this whole thing selector in curly braces and then proper that declaration block, then your CSS file will be done. So we will link these both using our code. Okay, so these will be linked and there will be two files made. So first we will write the code in the both files. I will type this now. I will first go here I will go, first I will here. Now here, and I will just here and here and now our first step would be write. So we will write in our code in both of the files. Okay, so we will write our code in both of these files. The second will be, as I will tell you, so the second will be of as 2 dot, then we will link both of these. Linking we will do. So these both steps we will follow here in our next videos. Okay, So I will again present it here. So right, there is still a problem. Then I will put this a bit down here. I will now present it here. So write our code in both of the files and then we will link these both of the files. Okay. So I will erase this if I can. No. So we will link these both after writing our files using the style sheet, or you can say link attribute. Okay. Now I would surely tell you to keep bookmark my playlist and see all my videos in it. Subscribe my channel and also keep liking my videos, sharing my videos, commenting below. And for today, our lesson is ending here. Thank you for being with us for the whole time. I will come you with a more bunch of next lessons in my next videos. So till that time, you can wait, or you can explore CSS more on the browsers you have. So thank you for watching it. Now I will see you next time.